Hi you guys, my name is Keona, Spoiled by Keona. Today I'm here to show you guys how to perfect a traditional sew-in that looks very natural, using natural hair and also protecting the hair, and showing you my methods of how to keep your sew-in nice and tight and beautiful. Alright, so this will be her leave out. So this is going to be where her part will be at, right in the middle, and as you can see it'll be enough to cover both sides. This is going to be where her edges is left out. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead, pull her back, and start braiding. Now when I'm doing my sew-ins, I always do 2 anchor braids. So that's going to be her 2 braids right beside her leave out. And these braids are basically to help you have a flatter foundation, especially around her leave out, and make it look more natural. Now my anchor braids are very tiny. You don't want them big and clumpy, because that way the sew-in is going to look nice and clumpy. That's what you don't want. So once I'm finished doing my 2 anchor braids, what I do, I'll take one of the braids from the anchor braid. But this time we're using the left hand side. And I use this braid and connect it around the perimeter of her hair. So basically, with the 2 anchor braids, I'm gonna have it go into one big circle, leaving my client with 1 braid to take out. That way it's more convenient, and it also creates a flatter surface for their sew-in. We're all about having the sew-in look natural and nice and flat. I'm gonna just braid this down and have it lead all the way around her head into one big circle. This is the end of my braid pattern. As you can see, she has 1 braid into a circle. Now with the end of her braid, we're just going to sew this down, so therefore we can make it nice and flat. The hair that I'm using today is by a company out of Atlanta, Georgia. The company name is Sweet 6A. The hair, this is our 3rd install with this hair. This hair is very soft, very natural looking, very low to no shedding at all. So this will be the hair we're using. All right, when I start my sew-ins, what I do, I take the needle and I double up my tracks like this. And I take my needle and I insert it into both sides. That way, it's all together. And what I'm gonna do, I'm starting it off as like a big smiley face. Just think of it as that. And I start right behind my client's ear. So I'm gonna just go underneath the braid and pull out. And I use the same technique throughout the whole entire hair. So I'm gonna just go underneath, put my thread over the needle and pull out. Under, over, out. And I just keep that same method throughout the whole sewing. And it keeps it nice and tight. And trust me, it will last for a very long time. Now when you're close to the end of your thread, what you're going to do is use the same method, go underneath, but this time you're just going to wrap the thread around your needle several different times to make it nice and tight. As many times as possible without breaking the needle. Alright, that should be it. And just pull. That way it's nice and tight, and as you can see, your tracks aren't going nowhere off that braid. Now being that this is her longest length, which is a 16, we're just going to make sure we carry the 16 past her ear, so that way it'll be an even distribution of length throughout her hair. And you'll be able to see her 16 length in the front, not only the back. That's very important to keep in mind when you're doing a sew-in. Alright, so now that I'm finishing up, what I do for the finishing product, to put my tracks over top of the anchor braids, I always go the opposite way. So I'm facing my client, going underneath the weft and the braid. And I like to rotate that because it helps it become more flatter and very natural looking. So that's the theme of the whole sewing, is to keep it as natural looking as possible. So some I like to go under, and then I like to go through the weft as well. You want to take this all the way down to the very tip of your cornrow. Alright, so now we're done, and as you can see, it's nice and flat to her leave out. So it should be no problem once I start pressing her out to have it look nice and natural as possible. Alright, so now we're going to start styling her hair. So what I'm about to do, we're just going to do some beautiful soft curls on her hair. And before I start curling her hair, I always use a light serum. Today I'm going to be using Catwalk Blowout Balm. This is great, and it leaves the hair nice and soft We're just going to use a small amount and rub it throughout her hair. Now for a light holding spray, I always use Design Essentials Formations. I have the big professional container, so I just separate it and just put it in like a little small bottle like this. But this is Formations by Design Essentials. So this is my finished product of a traditional sew-in. As you can see, my beautiful model, she looks fabulous, and her sewing looks very natural, like I promised. Definitely subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Instagram at HAIRBYKE, Facebook at SpoilMeKeona06, and Twitter at SpoilMeKeona. Definitely check me out, get in contact with me, leave positive comments, and I hope to see you guys soon.